Good morning. This is Chef Andros from Nicosia, Cyprus. Today I will show you how we can cut lamb chops and make them in portions. In my previous video, I showed to you how we can portion a chicken in 4 pieces, in 4 fillets actually, and how to steal from the breast and add to the leg so that we have equal portions, so that when we offer to the customer, it's more fair, that they all have the same quantity of food. So the sizes of the portions, they are the same, and this makes the business look more serious if we have a quantity that is always the same. So today's lamb, it was a very young animal. These are imported fresh meats from Greece. This season in Cyprus we don't have many lambs. I don't know why. I'm not involved in that business. But anyway, this lamb, it was hardly 6 kilos, and I bought the two sides of the ribs of the lamb chops that I will show you now how to cut. So the butcher had it cut there, which is not a big deal. You see, this is. He just cut it, which is okay. I wouldn't throw them spare ribs anyway. So let's turn it on this side. So here I see that they used the caul fat. The caul fat is a membrane inside the cavity of the animal, and it is around the intestines. And I will just remove it. Now, according to the receipt, these two lamb chop racks, they weight 1 kilo 73, 1 kilo and 700 grams approximately. And to my specifications, as I was telling you in my previous video, in my restaurant, all the years I was running the restaurant, my portion of the lamb chops, it was 400 grams exactly. So from today's lamb, we could extract 4 full portions and spare 1 or 2 lamb chops for other uses or for any other reason. So, although I have a cleaver, this is an ancient cleaver, and outside I have a chopping log from a tree trunk. But today it is such a fragile animal, I will just use a chef's knife. Now, because the animal is so small, okay, we will go in some anatomy of the rib cage. The lamb has 13 ribs, the same number of ribs as the beef. Pork has 15 ribs approximately, because some varieties of pigs, they may have 1 rib less or 1 rib more, but normally the ribs of the pig are 15. So in this case, since the animal is so small, I cannot chop 1 lamb chop with 1 rib for every piece. It will be so thin that it will disappear onto the charcoal, okay? So what I'm going to do, I will forget that I have ribs on the other side, and I will start chopping about 1 inch thickness. And I can either use my chef knife like this, or I could use my cleaver. Now I am cutting from the side um, of the ribeye. The ribeye is towards the head. Okay, so normally the butchers, they leave the 4 or 5 ribs onto the neck, onto the lower part of the lamb, as they call it, and they leave 8 or 9 ribs onto the lamb chops that they want to sell. Also, there are 6 spines where the loin is, where we get the loin chops. This is a loin chop, okay? This round, it doesn't have a rib. It's the same piece of meat as the T-bone steak when we cut a beef. So I will just use some force and cut the lamb chops. It's not going to be a big deal because it is such a soft animal. Really, I wouldn't need any chopping board. Okay, I am cutting my lamb chops. On the other side, there may be either 1 or 2 ribs onto the chop, which is okay because this is a very small animal. This one, I will cut it like that. Okay. Now, you see, it's so soft. So this is the last of the rib. This is a false rib. It's a short one. It doesn't come through to the chest at the front. And now this is the loin part, which the butcher cut a little bit short because he left some more meat onto the leg. It was such a small leg. So this one, I'm going to cut it like that in 3 pieces. Now, when I am portioning the lamb chops, I told you that lamb chops, we give 400 grams. Now, why 400 grams of lamb chops and then give 500 grams of pork chops? Here comes the price. Okay, I have the receipt. And in Cyprus, look how it goes. Chicken is €2.50 per kilo average. Pork chops, they are average €5 a kilo. That's double the price. Lamb chops, they are €10 a kilo. Here it says $9.90. Okay, we know this story with the $9.99. Okay. So what I will do, how I will portion my my lamb chops. I knew from the beginning that this is going to make me 4 portions. So I will place 4 loin chops, okay, on my chopping board. I will add then a rib from the middle, like so. Okay. I will add another rib from the middle, like this, like this, like this, and like this. Then I will add a piece from the ribeye, like this one, like this, like this. Okay. So we have the 4 portions, and they are 4 pieces each. Now, they are not actually 400 grams each, or actually they must be, because I am left only with 3 lamb chops, which is those extra 130 grams that we were missing. But anyway, I will consume it with my family, so it doesn't matter. I will just put it anywhere. So after doing this, what we do, we will use nylon. We will use nylon bags and wrap every portion individually. So we get the nylon bag. We must be careful to use nylon bags suitable for foodstuffs because there are different qualities. So what we do for a restaurant now, I'm talking, we just place the lamb chops into a nylon bag. Normally in my restaurant, I had at any given time. So I'm just giving you an example. So we wrap this tightly like this and like this, and we make these small packages that we do freeze, because if we cannot find the lamb chops every day available at the butcher, and if one day we find 5 or 6 small lambs and we buy all of the chops, we can make it into portion size packages and freeze them. And actually we can use a baking tray and put them tightly packaged together. So at any time we need to cook a portion of lamb chops, we can put them straight away onto the charcoal. We just remove the nylon bag, and we put it straight away into the griddle. I told you that in Cyprus we use some griddles that we put the meat in it and we turn it many times on the charcoal. Okay, now I will turn the camera on me, and we will continue our chat and talk a little bit more about the portioning. Now, yesterday I was answering. Hello, I was answering questions that some of my friends on YouTube asked me, and slowly and steadily I will be answering all the questions. Now, first of all, I will introduce you to my cameraman. All right? This is the cameraman. Okay? He's resting on my laptop, and sometimes he's not filming correctly. But forgive him. One day that I will be very angry with him, I will fire him. Okay? So we solved the mystery of Mr. Cameraman that makes the mistakes and he doesn't get the correct angles. All right. Now I was asked several questions. Where else can you see my recipes? All right, we have YouTube, like you are watching today. You can also find me on Facebook. It's open. You can view. You can use all of my names. Mind you, I don't want to have many friends on Facebook. Normally I have 100, maybe 101, maybe 102, maybe 99. That's it. And most of them, they are very close friends, especially that they are abroad, some classmates from school. Um, So forgive me if I cannot have 3,000 friends on Facebook, but if you use all of my names, you can follow me on Facebook. I do post recipes sometimes, and my friends, they are very, very happy to open their PC every morning or their mobile phone, and they have a message. And sometimes we do have fun as well. So another question that my friends on YouTube ask me: does anybody fund my videos? No, no funding, no patrons, no sponsoring, and I work alone. I work myself and my cameraman. I just showed you, Mr. Cameraman. Here he is. All right. Now, I answered the questions if I make money out of YouTube, and the answer was no. Now, what do I do with the materials that I show on YouTube? This is what we consume at home, and it doesn't cost me anything because when we invite our children for lunch, um, they normally say, can you make us a lamb chops? Okay, here we have the lamb chops. Of course, it's not enough, 2 kilos is not enough for all the family, but we will have many other grills. What happened with editing? You have seen many times that you are looking at my hand like this, and I cannot take that. Actually, I could edit it, but it takes time. And the other question: why don't you stop the video, cook the food, and then show it cooked to us? The answer is that this camera cannot be interrupted. So I cannot pause and then continue. So it has to be all in one shot. And unfortunately, you cannot see, sometimes I am making a pie, and you don't see the cooked pie unless I upload another video and you see the pie ready. All right. So I think that I answered some of the questions. So, I will go back to the lamb chops that we portioned today. I told you that all the years I was running my restaurant, I had portions of the same size and the same quality. Now, a big advice when you are portioning lamb chops, also pork chops. That I told you that I have two in my portion and they are half kilo. Now, why the pork chops half kilo and the lamb chops 400 grams? Because there is some wastage. On the pork chop, it has some fat around the loin, and some people will tend to trim that off, so it gives them a smaller portion. Also, it is a matter of price. Now, why do I give only 400 grams of lamb chops? Because they are 10 euros a kilo. So we give that much that is going to satisfy the customer. Okay, so the same goes with a fillet steak with a tenderloin. It's very expensive. The average price of a good tenderloin in Cyprus is about 40 to 45 euros if it's Black Angus. For normal European, French, or Dutch tenderloins, we pay less, but still we do portion 240, 250 grams for a portion. And of course, those having a fillet steak, they are not the characters that they want to fill up their belly. Those, they are customers that want a little and very good quality food. So this is why the portioning. And of course, because the price of the lamb chops is high, the margins of the profit are less than the pork. So an advice, if you want to make a takeaway restaurant, use the cheapest meat you can buy, which is chicken. It has a very big margin of profit. So this is today's video. The following video will be a request from a friend watching me on YouTube, and it's going to be lemon marmalade. Now I will define what is marmalade and what is jam. Marmalades are all the citrus fruits. Citrus fruits, they are the oranges, mandarins, lemons, grapefruit, pomelo. All these are citrus, and they make marmalade because we use the rind around. We chop the rind of the fruit into the jam, so it's called marmalade. All the rest of the fruits, plums, strawberries, apricots, peaches, name whatever, those are jams. So jam is all the fruits, and the marmalades are only the citrus. See you with the lemon marmalade. Thank you. Bye bye.